Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Rise of the Republic. So we are on to episode 7 now, I think this is. And things are going, I'd say, relatively well, but I still feel like we're in kind of a bit of a tenuous position. So we've expended quite heavily out from sort of Samnium and Campania, but we're all with the Romans, which is the big threat to us at the moment. The big thing that worries me. I don't think I'm actually going to try and conquer any Roman territory, at least for now. I just want to be fighting a defensive war. I would really like to be able to force a peace with Tasas. I know I've been trying to do this for like 2 episodes now, but we finally, I was playing around before, I can get their possible acceptance chance to moderate, so we may be able to force a peace with them. Ideally, I would have liked to capture this settlement here, Histonium, so I complete this province, and then we have this provincial army, the Wandering Warriors here, who can sort of at least have a bit of a go at defending it. So I may give it a turn before I try and force a peace with the Tarsians. If I can capture that, then that will be pretty good to put us in a strong stead. It seems that most of Tasas' armies in the field are pretty heavily depleted because we got quite involved in quite a number of large combats towards the end of the last episode. So yeah, that seems to be occupying most of that. But they've still got quite a few armies, so they've still got quite a lot for us to contend with if they go for it. We've also got our main army here down here in Barrion. Obviously, we've got quite a bit of provincial instability in this province, and this is the only army we've got in the fields, you see. So, if there's a rebellion, I guess we can deal with it, but it's not. We're still quite a long way from getting our public order back to where we wanted to be, I think. What's the most cause of this? Cultural differences, provincial instability. Slaves tax is just a lot of stuff, isn't it? Really. The military. Our military character probably obviously causes unhappiness, I guess, unless it's one of these guys around here. So yeah, that's got quite a few problems. We're going to probably have a rebellion there, but really, I'd like to make peace with Tasas and get this army out of this settlement down here and start to face up to the Roman frontier. We're also going to move this army here. We're going to force march you to Capua. The first move we're going to make this campaign, because in essence, I feel that. If the Romans turn up, and I would have thought sooner or later they're going to turn up with a reasonable sized army, and that's going to be a big problem for us, because, how are we going to deal with that? So, at least it gives us a garrison at Capua. Capua is now at least well defended, and it's got a decent army there. This obviously, say this army over here, wherever it is there, is going to defend this province, but I want to try and take Histonium first, so we'll deal with that. This army can do nothing really but garrison down here. It's slightly recovering. But we're going to end up with a rebellion here anyway, and Barrion needs to get some sort of garrison in place first anyway. We've also got this large enemy Croton army here, Ares Terror. I don't think they're going to be in a position to take Potentia. There's a reasonable garrison there, and we're actually upgrading to the next level, so it'll be really quite well garrisoned. That's a possible problem for us. If they just stay there and stay fortified, I can deal with that for the moment. We're also almost certainly going to have a rebellion here, given the current levels of instability. Our Nebudi Noble is causing unrest, isn't it? I can't believe these people haven't died yet. They must slowly be rotting away. They're taking attrition continually, but they're still going. So what are we going to spend our money on? We've got a bit of money to spend. None of these places have got sort of the right upgrades that I want. What's the food income like? Here is good, so we'll get a little bit more money from that and slightly better recruitment options. So that's an option. Or I noticed I think we can actually upgrade this to a better provincial capital. So let's do that. And I think that's pretty much all we can do this turn. We're currently doing continuing our technology trees. There's nothing else we can really make. So let's push on to the next turn and just try and hang on in there basically until we can get things in order. I mean, in an ideal world, I would have loved to sort of driven the Greeks out of Magna Graecia entirely down to the south, and because if we could have secured the sort of south of Italy, the toe, then we could really focus all our attention to the north. I think that would be pretty easy for us then. But we can't. So, we're not in a position. We don't have enough armies to drive them entirely out of Magna Graecia, I don't think. And with the Romans knocking at the door potentially, then it's going to be bad. Because we can't really see much into Roman territory, so we don't really know if any of their armies are actually close or not. We don't know if anything is just going to suddenly appear on our doorstep. Because if they just send a 20-man army, then Capua will just fall straight away. So I'll set these guys in Capua to a normal stance. Alliance forged, Croton, and Neopolis. That's fine, but surely these guys must be dead. I'd love to know their abilities. Maybe we should think about raising a fleet, although with our financial situation we can't afford it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Wow, we constructed a lot of stuff. So, they're not going to quite rebel, actually. The food situation here, actually pretty positive. We're getting 4 from that, so we might as well go for that and actually have a little bit of a garrison out of it, haven't we? So we'll upgrade that at Elia. These seem to be just garrisoning, saying fortified there, which is really good for us because it means they're just pinning themselves down. And while it's a possible threat and it means I need to keep this army in Potentia, I'm happy for them to wait there for now. Just some other damaged Tarshan units. And we sort this guy out in Baryon, and actually it's balanced out the stability as well, which is good. So we need to pick one that's going to be sorting out our public order problems, and I think it's this one that's the best because it also does a lot more national influence as well. Our groves, because we should want to be starting to push people more towards Italian, which we are doing. We're driving the Hellenic culture out gradually. So that's good. So we're all looking good here. Keeping things stable, things looking good. No immediate threats on the horizon. They have got an army here. And we are going to have a rebellion probably. Oh no, my province actually is not too bad. Estonian, do we know what the garrison's like? No garrison. Okay, I think we move now, to be honest. It's a bit of a risk because the garrison here isn't yet fully sort of ready. And, you know, we are bordering Rome again. I think if we can take this province here, that'll give us that. Actually, only our second full province that we can issue an edict on, which will be nice. You know, although it's only Campania is the only full one we own. And then I think we've got our 2 armies stationed in the north to face off the Romans, and then we can make peace with Tasas and maybe start fighting to try and force a peace with Croton. I don't know if these guys are currently embroiled in a war with anyone else. No, just me. They're not going to war with Syracuse. That would be nice. While we're on the diplomacy tab, let's just have a quick flip through if anyone actually likes me. These guys don't despise me, can we?
offer you honest welcome. Speak, friend, and hopefully.
Yeah, well that's good. Always get trade agreements when you can, because it's just free money, basically. I think everyone else just despises me though. Yes, pretty much. Who are we at war with Rome? I mean, not that these people are ever going to accept peace. I'm just seeing if there's anyone who's likely to accept peace with me. I feel like these, I mean, it's just barbarian tribes. Can you not just go away?
Come then, speak.
Oh. Ah. I thought I might get peace there, but apparently not. So we've spent all our money really this turn. These guys are pinned down. Everyone's just kind of pinned down at trying to deal with different situations at the moment, apart from this army here. Those guys have got too many armies basically in the field because they got beaten by these walkers, so they lost the city there. Can you please just die? Okay. Next turn! Just see how things pan out. We just need time. We're getting things sorted. We just don't... Yeah, we just need time, really. And no massive armies turning up anywhere. Like that. Where is this? Hedonia? Scipius. I just don't know where that is. Okay, this is going to be a tough one, aren't they? They've got 2 hoplites. Oh dear. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this. We have some javelins in good order. They're probably the only hope, really. I think. You know, our garrison fleet is so small. Scipius, I don't know where this place is. It just keeps getting attacked again and again and again. And where they keep getting all these units from. Because it's the one, the garrison just never seems to quite recover properly. We have some... I think these are just medium spear infantry though, the armoured. I've got light hoplites, cavalry. It's these 2 which are going to be hard to break, the 2 units of hoplites. I think the only hope is to try and javelin them to death. We may be able to pull this one out. I'm not sure. Let's wait till we load in and see, I guess. Very dramatic music, isn't it? Okay, so what are we going to do? Medium spear infantry. And they're not really hoplites, are they? They're just sort of a loose formation of a. So, and our Lucian warriors. You see, I normally hold around here. This is like my classic holding point, which I think we're going to do again. Difference is, I think I'm going to go an angle, and then what I want to be able to do is possibly push round eventually, you know, get round here like that and shoot into the back of the enemy infantry when they make a push. That's my logic anyway. Back one more. So we've got them. Our slingers, obviously, we need to deploy just in a light formation.
Battle group ready and awaiting orders.
Make them into battle groups, and then we have our units of light SAMNITEs. Those sort of the backup units to get involved. Then naval-wise, well, I'll be more inclined just to deploy along here, and then we can maybe deploy behind them and try and catch some of their ranged units if they come into range and get stuck behind. So I'm not worried about them. Not worried about them. Not even that worried about their cavalry, to be honest. Although they can be quite a pain. I should hopefully be able to take them down pretty quickly. Their medium missile infantry could be dangerous. You know, our skirmishers are very light skirmishers. And then all these heavy spearmen, these hoplites, are a real pain. At least they're not very heavy, not with like their normal general unit. At least their general is a cavalryman. We'll pause when this is in range to get shots on them.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Yours to command. No!
These guys are going to hit hard. No, they're going for the Lucian warriors, not the spearmen.
Our general is under attack.
Oh dear.
Charge!
Still going to fling in some of the javelins, I think. No, we'll actually pulse fire with you. I think for the moment I'd rather save the ammunition. And with you.
Pressing this button cancels orders.
Because we
and
killed
makes
most of them.
selected units or ships stop where they are. This is a quicker alternative to giving
Why are you losing formation? Keep formation. So we're getting the enemy missile infantry. That's fine. We're slowly killing off that cavalry.
Missile infantry.
We may have to skirmish with these guys.
The enemy general is dead.
I think we're going to have to get in and start skirmishing with these guys because... Alright, at least the enemy general's dead, that's good. So the enemy cavalry is hopefully going to rout soon.
Ready and waiting.
Let's juke with these enemy javelin men because they're going to get a lot of damage in against our spearmen if we're not careful. Yeah, because we're not doing very much damage to their spears. To keep our general back. Come on, reform your unit. Look neatly. We're not a complete rabble. You guys pull back. This is something for the SAMNITE light infantry you can do. So let's move you around. These are just the hills tribes. Okay, pause again. So now these javelin men do have a use. I need them to line up here. So we're not really killing these enemy javelin men. I don't know if it's because they've got much more armour and shields, means they're kind of a lot more immune to the damage potential. Pause again. So you want to be targeting those heavy hoplites.
Yours to command. Your orders. Engage. Italian spearmen.
I'm trying to get my javelin men to keep it. Ah, they're pushing through. They're one of those sort of people. Let's just pull them back well clear. Pushing the final unit. If we can get some of those guys to rout already, that would be lovely.
Yes, commander.
Whoa. What's going on? My battle management just sucks so much. Right, let's keep them going round. we are starting to damage some of the units, which is good. Push these guys around them. As all our units are getting stuck in. Our guys keeping the guys pinned down there. So let's do what I was planning on doing, which is unleashing my sort of remnants of SAMNITE light infantry on the rears of these guys. See if we can do this without going too close to the enemy units. Good. So we can get shots now in those enemy skirmishers. Let's try and kill them down pretty quickly. Then we just got to think about getting some damage now on these heavy hoplites. Doesn't mean engage. Oh, you're about out of ammo, that's why. Okay, well, you're pretty much useless then, aren't you, if you're not going to have any ammo. Why are you not... You know, you have orders. Not that hard. Please follow. I'm not sure what you can really contribute to this sort of situation. Let's see if I can get you to get around the edge of these units. Because you've got no ammunition. Once you have ammunition, it's just these hoplites really, which we're obviously struggling against pretty greatly. We need to be getting like people like these guys out. Let's get our general out because you know he's the one who's got the quality melee infantry. So if we can get him out and round the back, then at least he might be able to do some damage against these guys. Because they are getting pretty tired. If we can flank them, it might be possible to get them to wrap. Maybe. Come on, get round, please get round. Keep pulling through, keep pulling through, keep pulling through. Now you can go for the rear of these guys. Come on, let's try and get some damage on them. We need to get some kills, otherwise we're going to end up being completely losing. And we need our general not to die as well. Because they're steady, but they're tired. And the general's dead, so that's why not helping their morale. And now we're being rear-flanked. Surely we can actually start to get some damage on them. Because they're not going to be in hoplite formation quite the same. Now being attacked in the rear, look. Let's send in some more light infantry to get stuck in. Send this boat in as well. Oh, come on, route. Come on, you guys. Ah, we're covering again. They're wavering slightly. Come on, if they can just break, then we can actually win this. So our SAMNITE light spearmen aren't super happy. Hopefully as they get more and more tired. And we are causing some casualties on them. Although our spearmen are struggling a bit, aren't they? Our medium spear infantry aren't exactly doing particularly well either. They're exhausted now. Come on! Whereas our units aren't so bad. Come on, you just need to break and victory is ours. 85, 82. Come on! Please break! There we go, they've gone. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so we killed the bulk of their army. Well, they're left with, what, in theory, 8 people. But they promised to have a bit more than that. So those heavy hoplites are just really hard to kill. Because they just got such good armour. You just got to get them to break, but they can be really hard to rout. Until they get tired, at least. That seemed to be the winning factor, I think. Once they got exhausted, and after sort of a prolonged engagement. And we actually killed that army as well. Brilliant. One less thing for us to actually deal with. Oh, we can get the money from releasing the captives, and if they're not going to go back to anyone. Scipius, I need to look where this is. Oh, that's the bottom settlement. They're trying to like reconnect their empire, I think, because they're cut off completely. The poor Scipius has just been besieged so many times. So, hidden agent, don't really care. Getting a trait. Triton and Tasas, and we completed a harbour at Elia. Good. Oh, the public order is actually very slowly rising here, which is no bad thing. Okay, so still got all this to deal with. Hopefully they don't go into revolt if they can just hang on, as if the enemy agent has any successful activity on them or not. So that's an allied army. Yeah, so here, Scipius, Garrison just needs so much time to recover still. Not really a lot else I can do. I'm not going to be upgrading that to a mine yet because I don't want the public order negative modifier, particularly when it's like just around about neutral. So Histonium still doesn't have a garrison, so let's just take it. And we'll just go into rebellion on this province. And that's another enemy army actually dealt with as well. So good. So looking good at that point. There's killing off these generals as well. We'll just occupy it. I know we're going to go into revolt. Probably. Oh no, we're not necessarily. We're not actually so bad on our province. That was their province that was just about to go into revolt. But now that means we own the whole thing over here. We now own the whole of Fratini. We've also discovered a few new civilizations as well. So now I think we want to be trying to forge some pieces if we can. Come on, Tasas. Surely you must realise you're losing this war.
The day is already old, and there.
Praise be.
People and accept these
Finally.
By Zeus, we should have more.
So we have finally managed to force a peace with Tasas. That is absolutely brilliant. That is exactly what we wanted. So that means we've got a bit less stuff to deal with now in our immediate future. So we'll stay in Histonium probably for the immediate future because there's a reasonable garrison here. But eventually I'll probably want to move this army back up to here so it can sort of race through each settlement depending where the Romans come from. So what have we got to sort out here? It's actually still relatively Italian in culture. So I'm not going to have to change many of these buildings at all. Got to knock this one down a level for it to be usable. I mean, I assume I can't use it because it's not... Yeah, it says I should convert it. I'll convert it, but I'll knock it down a level first. So it's going to have to be a woodworker. How's the food situation? Not so bad, I don't suppose. So we'll just leave that as it is for now. So, okay, we could upgrade here though to a town. That's going to need more food as well. See if anything else that needs doing first, and then we'll look at doing that. Although most of our places are generally pretty upgraded. Yeah, all these places are upgraded as they need to be. Having the public order in here place should be getting better and better because we should be solving our cultural problems, surely. Our provincial instability is going down and the cultural differences should be getting better because it should be becoming increasingly Italian. It is, slowly. Yeah, so nothing upgraded there, so let's just do that. This to a town then. At least it gives it a slightly better garrison if nothing else. Particularly as it's a frontier town. So who else are we at war with? Blimey, this is a bit of tough one. Oh, we've still got Croton Island, basically all the Roman provinces. Are these Neapolitans still alive? Our income per turn is going up quite well. These people are still alive. How much would it cost to raise a fleet? What's the upkeep per turn? Oh, a bit actually, isn't it? Medium assault raider. Oh, a missile raider. Should we do it? Oh, we just have generic admirals. We don't actually use characters for fleets. That's interesting. To be honest, can you build on this turn? No, not quite. So you could recruit assault raiders, SAMNITE light infantry, or some missile raiders. Well, I'm not going to be able to afford a Lucian Boy. 201 per turn. We'll have 2, and that will be the fleet. So that's costing more than enough as it is. But at least we can drive some of these people off and just get rid of them once and for all. So let's see if we can force peace with anyone else as well while I'm at it, because obviously not interested in you, nor you, but mainly you, to be honest, is who I'd like to force a peace with.
Do not waste.
It's a shame. Could offer them money, but I'm not going to stoop to that level quite yet. Still got their army garrison there. So I think that's pretty much it for this turn. Oh, I can issue an edict. Of course I can. That's just what I was talking about on the turn before. Completely forgotten already, being a moron. So, growth per turn is probably going to be pub bread and games, isn't it? Our party loyalty, that's always an interesting one, I think. Oh, tax collection. Oh, nice. Bread and games, I think, because we want the public order. Yeah, definitely. Interesting that we could have party loyalty. What is our party situation like? Obviously, I want to be careful to avoid a civil war. I was watching Jackie Fisher's episode, and his civil wars absolutely just ruined his campaign. I know it's slightly worse with the Romans, but yeah, because I think what have we got in terms of political rivals? Just the followers of Jupiter. Have got a reasonable amount of power. It's more senators. I don't know how we increase the number of senators. I don't want to do that because I think we'll lose senators if we do that. I don't know how we increase the number of senators we possibly have. Oh, this is my family, isn't it? This is my general, this is medics. This is our classic general, that's my son who's a politician. He's dead. He's just a child, and so is she. I don't know if we can actually get him to be anything useful, whether we can appoint him to something. No, not really. Can't secure a promotion. Oh, he's not old enough yet. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's do that. We're not going to be in revolt quite at the moment anyway, by the looks of things. So other than that, I think we're looking pretty good. Everywhere else, I'm pretty happy with things. We're getting good turn income. We're now at peace with them. So let's go into the next turn. It's going as well as I could have hoped for so far, I think. Oh, here comes the Roman warlord to cause some disruption and trouble for us in Capua. I'm assuming that's Capua down there on the left side. Tasas obviously shouldn't be causing problems for us because we're now at peace with them. Although they do seem to, sometimes these the AI seems to just declare war again almost immediately and randomly, like these Neapolitans, Neapolis, they just can declare war all over again, just randomly, even though you immediately make peace. They just, oh, back to war again. Okay, there we go. So the fertile lands of Magna Graecia. Oh, we'll get a dignitary if we do. Well, we know that already. Research complete. Okay, we've got culture 1. Blimey! My God! We've got lots of stuff. Oh, we've got a spy. And 3,000 gold. And a rebellion is imminent. Well, that was an awful lot of reports in one turn. And we're in the autumn, so we're really laggy. Yay! Perfect. What's happened to the enemy army that landed? Has it got destroyed already? Yes. Good, they've finally gone.
Yes.
Move the navy up. Set off our next piece of research. We're working towards this one, the influence of the Etruscan, so we can have a dignitary to try and make more money. 10% wealth from manufacturing, it's quite a significance, and more cultural conversion. So we'll go for that one for now. Plus we get that +1 cultural conversion sort of bonus as well, so hopefully our settlements will help with sort of converting and settlements a bit easier. And our edict has been issued over there. Obviously all our home provinces are more than happy enough. Even over here should be relatively happy now. You're getting +7, so they're all good. What's the food situation like? Not huge. We'll go for a food, I think. Yeah, people are just happy enough around here, so I'll just leave them. Well, I say they're happy enough. Yeah, +2. These guys, okay, they're going to be rebelling next turn. Nothing we can really do about that. It's just the way it is. Yeah, we knew that was going to be happening. So we'll have to deal with that rebellion. And happy populace. What else was the invasion force? Land research, complete disruption. Trouble populace edict issued. Okay, so we're generally pretty good. We've got a spy somewhere. Where did our spy spawn?
How may I serve you?
Oh, what can you do? Well, let's go and have a look and spy on Rome then, I guess. If you've got any movement turns. Oh, you haven't got any movement points this turn because you've just spawned. My army is garrisoned down here. And the Romans causing trouble. Let's just see if there's anything else that needs upgrading then, basically. I don't want to do these two military ones. I want to get the source of revenue research first. Because I don't need them as warrior places. Is there enough food here to accommodate this? There is, so we might as well have that one upgraded. Everyone else, there's not that much to upgrade, really, is there? I don't want to do this because of the public order problems that it causes. In a similar way, I'm either sacrificing food or we'll go for that. And here, I think everything's fully upgraded, really, isn't it? Without using up tons of food, so yeah, straight into the next turn. Our economy is now looking a lot better than it was. I'm pretty pleased with that. Also, we're pleased to get out the stupid autumn month because there's a massive lag that it caused. It's silly things like that. I don't know why they have real problems with fixing things like this. The patches, the way they just patch so slowly, Creative Assembly. It's really kind of annoying. Yeah, happy with that. I'm happy to reduce the number of wars I've got.
I am certain that with your famed wisdom, you can see that we benefit from your friendship, and you from ours.
No, because you're at war with Tasas already. No, I don't really want to do anything with you. Oh, the Illyrian pirates are really close. Okay, gotta be careful of them. Unexpected. Okay, right. Carthaginian religion. A group of Carthaginian priests request your assistance to build a temple to Baal in your lands. Baal looks like Stargate. Their military investment is sizable. They explain, and you could secure the friendship of Carthage and its gods also. Go on, we'll do it, see what happens. Subversion. An enemy champion has assaulted the soldiers of your garrison. Rebellion in Potentia, and a warlord is increasing rank. Okay, so we knew that rebellion was imminent. I want to see if we're still having sort of the major problems. Are we being raided? That's probably. Are they raiding? Are they?
Commander, for death and honor.
I need to be able to get back to the city in one turn though, because obviously we've got that large enemy army right on our doorstep. No mercy for rebels. Okay, cool. Well, they've got more military tradition, which is certainly a good thing. So, what do we get? Dread forest ambushers, morale in ambush fights, defense, or +3 weapon damage inflicted by all armor units. That is certainly the one to be having. And the actual stability looks a little bit better now. Yeah, okay. Looking like we might have finally got that sort of province pinned down a little bit. So, what else have we got to deal with? God, so much. I'm slowly moving up my fleet to explore. I'm not too worried if it gets sank or anything. I'm not really worried about that sort of thing. Obviously, the garrison here's got damaged, did it? Or the garrison in Capua? Yeah, actually quite heavily damaged by their enemy warlord. Goes to show how effective they can be. So our spy. What can I do? Chance to manipulate 1%. Woo! Okay, that is pretty much entirely useless.
That is impossible. No further orders.
Okay, we'll just carry on our exploration of that part of the country. So over here, I can't see anything. It is snowing everywhere. What have we got? Well, we'll just leave these guys there. They're just doing their thing, aren't they? Things are looking pretty good from sort of the size of our little empire coming on. We're certainly getting there. We've still got quite a lot to conquer yet, by the looks of it. But yeah, I'm still not at peace with these guys down here. So maybe we should start to recruit more units with this army. Yeah, we'll have 1 unit of cavalry. We've got some native Greek archers, so let's start to get a few units of Lucians, which is sort of the mainstay of our army. Oh, they look kind of good. Javelin, much more armoured javelin men. A new unit I've not seen before. We're going to start to get this army up, and eventually I want to challenge the power of this Ares terror army here, and then push the fight back and start to go into the terror of Italy and start to drive these people out towards Sicily. My plan. How long have we been recording? 35 minutes. We have a little bit longer yet. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good. We still need to be doing more. How do we get this source of revenue? Plus 3% tax rate and unlocks a ton of buildings. So we might need to start to do that at one point as well. So much research I still need to do then. Okay, well we'll need to think about that at some point. And everything else seems to then be looking pretty decent. We've got to upgrade our warlord. Or did we do it? Where is our warlord? He's down here, isn't he? We'll just keep doing this because he just gives... I don't know if that's why... Is he classed as being deployed in this province? No, I don't think he is. I can bring him out and he gets deployed. But we're making positive public order now, so I'm not too worried. It's just so much experience. Okay, straight into the next turn then. Okay, the Romans have arrived. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it? Wow, Syracuse has got a big navy. Old Hiero and a huge navy. Oh, I forgot about those Illyrian pirates. They could cause trouble for us. These guys just... I know you are, but I don't really want to go back to war with Tasas by forming a defensive alliance with you. Which is all they want to do. They'll form a defensive alliance, then they'll go, next turn, they'll go, oh, do you want to declare war on Tasas? No, I don't. So we get favours from... that really wasn't worth it, was it? Unless there's anyone who's now likes me sufficiently to form a trade.
May Balhamun look kindly on our meeting this day.
What if I give you a bit of money? What if I was to pay you? No. Okay.
The people of Carthage cannot trade with you at this time.
Anyone else who may possibly trade with me? They absolutely hate me.
Well met, friend. Sit and let your words.
Oh.
I thank you for the offer.
Who are these people who keep... Oh, we're already trading with them. And everyone else hates me. Okay. So, let's keep moving our fleet up the coast. What can these... Can these actually raid as well? Just kind of exploring how big these Roman territories are. Although the answer just seems to be quite big. So, let's Roman up the first legion. Lots of javelins. Some mercenaries. And very cheap mercenaries. We've got Latin spearmen. Light hoplites, because obviously it's the Republican era. Tribesmen. Some Roman swordsmen. They look a bit more decent, don't they? Generally, pretty mediocre selection of people. Poor garrison. Cavalry is taking a bit of a pounding. Let's get a couple more people into this army unit, I think. Yeah. Oh, naked companion cavalry. Are they any better? Slightly. Yeah. Have a unit of them. Okay, so that's all looking good. All down here we're pretty much okay, aren't we? We're getting slightly public order deficit, but I think that'll be sorted out in time. These pirates are raiding. I'm just being a pain. That's kind of what pirates do, so I don't really mind. Let's see, we've got kind of a large army is a little bit tied up just down here, down in Barian. For no real benefit. Now, maybe we should be thinking about moving this somewhere else, but God knows where. So, no, we'll just keep it there for now. Where could we move it to? We could move it around to start to begin to think about pushing down, but I think for now we'll just hang on. These guys are just going to continue to recruit up this army. We'll have a couple of units of slingers. So that takes me to 18. We'll have one of them. We're quite a lot of range, don't we? And then probably just another unit of the Lucian warriors, to be honest. And that will make that a full army. And then we'll tackle on these Ares terror in the next turn. Naples. Nothing else to build there. Anything to build anywhere that I want to actually build? To which the answer is pretty much no. So yeah, looking good. Next turn. Here come the Romans. They're starting to come a bit more enforced now, aren't they? If the opportunity is right, I'll take the force to them properly in the field. The two Tasas champion fighting our allied champion.
I make the offer of peace only
Oh, if you're going to pay me for it as well.
To offer
Of
peace
course.
otherwise is simple cowardice.
Of course it's from a positionist. Yes. Particularly now the Romans are on our border, I'm happy just to make peace with them for the moment. It'll see me back to war again. Are you going to ask every turn? They didn't even offer money that time. I'm certainly not going to accept it. So I think I saw an enemy Roman army come into the field up to the north near Histonium, and I might deploy my army and go for that. 7 days in April, the length of was a celebration. What do we gain? Plus 10 loyalty for all political parties. 7 food, Greece province, and public order. 4 turns. Nice. Is that helping me in any way? Really? We just seem to be getting less and less senators. I don't know why that is. Maybe someone can explain that to me. How does the senator thing work? But yeah, I'm not sure. All the things. Oh yeah, we're getting all these are the effects that we've got ongoing. Pretty cool. So, we've got our spy. There's a small little army there. There's this enemy army here. 4th Legion. I'm not going to be able to reach them in a turn, am I? I'm certainly going to be able to move. Unless I force march myself. Are they in force march? I could force march as well, couldn't I? But how many people have they got? 7. What's the Histonium garrison looking like? Relatively decent. Additional warriors, armor spearmen. We'll risk it. So we'll go force march. Oh, it means I can't actually engage him. It can only be engaged. Okay, we'll move this garrison up to here then. And then in the next turn we can probably launch up against them. Have we got anything else to upgrade here? Not really. I don't think I can upgrade any of their weapons, can I? There's nothing here I really want to upgrade because it's just going to ruin my food situation, so I don't really want to do any of that. And nothing around here I yet want to build. So, all looking good here. The happiness on here is now starting to shoot up, which is good. Okay, so we're looking pretty happy. I may move this army back up. It's just going to leave me with not a lot of armies facing off. Or should I move this army back up against the Romans? Yeah, we'll do that. First, let's garrison you in side here. We've got a good solid garrison here. You know, it's a 3 strength city. It's got a good garrison. Even getting an extra unit of Hypernian warriors by the little military barracks. Okay, good. I'm happy with that. Financially, I've got tons of money, just nothing to spend it on. Let's move our little fleet further around. We could, like, besiege somewhere like this. Does that help me in any way? Just blockade them? I mean, it might reduce their income, mightn't it? No garrison. Could I really actually...
Ready for none shall pass.
I could actually assault the city. There's not a garrison there. And just burn it to the ground. Let me have a look. Where are we? Antium. Should we do that? That would be quite fun, wouldn't it? What's their garrison? Roman swordsmen and some levies.
Fleet reporting. None shall pass.
Oh my god. Do we raid them for money? Let's raise it.
Yes. Your orders.
Completely burn it to the ground. Excellent. Well, that was a very successful little run right near the sort of the outskirts of Rome itself. We've just like completely obliterated one of their coastal cities. Excellent. Well, who knew fleets were so effective? And we got a little bit of money out of it as well. And the admiral got a promotion. Cool. Is there anything useful he can have? Might as well have a research rate modifier. So he can be just ramming, seeing what the different things do. Campaign, movement speed when admiral, enables night battles. Do that. Okay, next turn. That was very successful. I'm being assaulted by... Oh, they're just attacking there. Well, what's the point in that? They're just going to get slaughtered. That was a completely pointless move by the Romans there. Just completely got absolutely slaughtered. Just kill them all. Kill that legion. That's it. One legion is destroyed. The 4th legion is dead. That's a good start. And old Teats is surviving. My Teats are safe. Oh dear. Looks like some of their legions are retreating. Oh, is that an incoming siege or is that just near their own city? Okay, is Elio about to be sieged by Syracuse? Might be about to undergo a naval invasion. That'll be unexpected. And not very welcome. Quickly, recall the fleet! I've got an army nearish there. I might be able to force march them to Elio in time. Maybe. With luck. So, subversion. They've raided me. Okay. Yeah, it certainly looks... Where's Elio? Further down, further down. Yeah, they've just got an enormous... Syracuse is just about to go to war with me. Don't believe it. Well, I think we'll on that bombshell. I think I'll move this army back down because I think it can probably make it to garrison Elio. And then on that bombshell, I think we'll end that episode there. So, thank you for watching, guys. I think it's going to be a war with Syracuse next turn if they actually go for that province. Let me know what you think about this one in the episode in the comments down below. Yeah, explain to me a little bit more how the political system works. It always confused me. How do I get more senators? How do I make sure I, fully avoid a civil war? Because it's something I really don't want to be happening. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, as I say, in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for lots more Total War content, and I shall see you all on the next episode.